Okay, Lady Ada, what is this?
Hey, welcome to Hangout on Air. It's me, Lady Ada, with me, Mr. Lady Ada. We are here at the Adafruit factory where it's time for Show and Tell, our weekly hangout where we hang out with the makers and crafters and engineers in the community, see what they're up to, what are they making, working on, documenting, chat about it, maybe talk about some Game Boy hacking as well with Scott.
That's right.
We got a special edition.
Now you're playing with Python.
We'll just call people, get out of here at 7:50. More people maybe show up. Let's kick it off with...
Let's start with Scott.
Let's start with Scott.
Yeah.
All right, Scott. What are you up to?
I was briefly worried you had frozen on me because of that pregnant pause.
Nope.
The thing I wanted to show was something that I filmed for folks internally, and Phil was like, let's show it on Twitter. So let me just show you. I've talked about this before on Show and Tell, but this is an original Game Boy known as the DMG because that's the serial number. And I thought I would just turn it on. Hopefully you can see it.
DMG stands for dot matrix game.
So I've managed.
We saw your blinds a little bit more than.
On Ask an Engineer, I have the photo that you have, but you can do it again if you want.
Turns out these screens aren't that great.
They're really bad. You know what's funny? I don't remember them being.
They weren't meant for HD webcams.
They're going to be better.
Yeah.
Okay, try now. Oh yeah.
Bing.
Yeah, so what I did is I got it so that the cartridge here is basically a Metro M4. It's the same chip. And I've got it so I can talk to the data bus from the cartridge loads. So I know exactly when it loads all of the logos and stuff. And so I just give it a different logo on startup. So it demonstrates the fact that I can get data to the CPU of the Game Boy. And my goal over the long term is to be able to have Python code change the Game Boy state, like the screen, and play sounds and stuff dynamically. So you can program your Game Boy in Python.
Yeah, that's cool.
Exactly what you're going to do.
Digging it.
And then once I can do that on the Game Boy, then the Game Gear and Atari Lynx and
easy.
That whole generation, like the Sega Genesis, the Sega Genesis Nomad they're all very similar systems, and so it should be pretty easy.
We went to the Video Game Museum in Oakland, and I'm looking forward to making Echo the Dolphin for some form of handheld maybe
or all forms.
Yeah, Pygame 0, perhaps. And then putting it over on, we have it's not out yet to show. We have some of the PCBs for a game thing that we'll show tonight.
I got them right over here.
Thanks so much, Scott.
Thank you.
All right, pick your dragon.
Hello there. I've been working on a thing here. You know, we have all these various LED matrices in the shop. We've had them for a really long time. And we have, AVR 8-bit code for them, but it has not been, brought into the modern age with the ARM chips we have, because it's totally different, interrupts and timers to deal with. So anyway, finally got around to making the code work on the, sorry, you're going to get blinded there. But the matrices, the matrix code now works on the Metro M0 and the M4 that's coming along. So we should have, sorry, I was just admiring some color. Oh, okay, got loose wires, that's why it's flickering. Anyway, code works, so it should get updated on GitHub pretty soon. And if you're using an M0 Express, the wiring is identical to the Uno version, so all those wiring diagrams still work. And also, because it's a much beefier processor, things like the some of the examples, the plasma and stuff, like actually animates quickly now instead of this super chunky thing that it was before.
Also, like a ton of RAM, so you can do bigger chains of displays. It's not just the timing; it's you need the memory for it.
Yeah, that was the thing. Is on the Uno, I mean, it was using every last byte of RAM to drive these things. And as the Arduino core library kind of got a little more bloated over time, it just kind of got squeezed out, and it wasn't really practical anymore. So I think we have a way to kind of put these to good use again, and that's without going to like a Raspberry Pi, which is just a whole different ball of wax.
All right.
All right.
That's me.
Nice work.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Pedro.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So earlier this morning, we did a live stream on how you can use cutting machines to make paper craft projects. So this morning we made this little guy here. You probably have all recognized him. This is Sparky the Blue Smoke Monster. So we just kind of walked through cutting it, sort of the process, and then we've done some other things. We did a guide on the learning system that shows kind of how to work with them and how to kind of convert your vector artwork so that you can kind of layer them to make these type of multi-layered, full-color vector art. So one of the cool things about it is that you don't have to just use paper. You could use something like vinyl. So same vectors, just different material. This is a little T-shirt. It's going to be for Pedro's kid, my nephew. So there he is. I'm still learning how to kind of layer. So if you look really careful, there's a little bit of wrinkles there because I kind of pressed it for too long. But hey, it's a learning thing. So if you guys want to make your own Circuit Playground character T-shirts or maybe some window decals, you totally can. The files are uploaded to our GitHub repo. So if you want that, be sure to check out the guide on Adafruit. This almost looks like it could fit me.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, that's what we got.
All right, we'll be playing some of the videos and more. Thanks for doing that guide. When I was, we have a cut here, and it was a little difficult to find a guide on some of the papers and some of the things, all the things you need. So thanks for doing that.
No problem. It's a pleasure.
Okay, let's go.
New guitar.
New guitar. You're in a costume, so you
welcome back.
Yeah.
It's good to be back. So yes, I'm in a cosplay that I built. Let me show you a reference. Can I do screen sharing or real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? Yeah.
So this is a reference picture of Dark Samus from the Metroid games, and I'm making that cosplay. And how do I go back?
Yep, you're back.
Okay, so I'm back. So I 3D printed a bunch of parts, and I kind of attached them with some bungee cord fabric, and I put, where is it?
Ooh, that's nice.
And how are you lighting it up?
That I'm using just regular LED strips, just 12 volt single color LED strips, and the rechargeable battery that's inside. That low humming you hear is a fan that I put in the chest part to circulate air throughout the cosplay to kind of keep me cool and ventilated.
That's a good idea.
I also have another part. This guy. I have a bunch of other pieces like arms and elbows and stuff, but that would take too much to put on. But I also have the accompanying right arm.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right, it's coming together.
That's nice. Good work.
All right. Well, can you keep coming back as you print out more parts of yourself?
I definitely will. So I'm in the process of printing like everything that's below the waist. So I'm in the progress.
Okay. Well, dealer's choice when you want to ask on the show and tell sticker to throw it out of cannon, maybe literally.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice work.
All right. Next up, Techniac.
You disappeared, but
your camera went away, Techniac. We can stop back. Oh, you're back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Hello.
I'm back.
What you got going on?
Oh, sorry. Junk call. So we have a couple new things. I was experimenting today. Our school can now let you rent cameras. So if I screen share quickly, I got this awesome photo on like my third try.
it's a nice photo.
First time ever using a DSLR, so I'm really proud.
Yeah, nice focus.
The way this came out. So that was just a small thing. Did a whole bunch of experimenting on. And then a couple other small things on my website. You now see this bar. And this links to, actually I need to refresh the page because I did some more coding while I was waiting. This will link to the new project pages I have for all my projects. And my website's being really slow. But the idea is, like, if I click the circuit logo I did last week, and yes,
That's
I'm
cool.
aware I'm on the live stream,
Oop.
it will now take you over to the project page, and you can now download the files for all my projects,
Cool.
as well as
What are
scroll
you,
through all
what
of
are you
them.
building this in? Because someone will ultimately ask, is it?
Yeah, no, I'm building this in Wix just because I don't want to deal with managing all the databases and hosting, but eventually I hope to transfer it all out and host it myself.
Excellent. Oh, nice show and tell digital sticker.
Nice.
Yeah. So
All right. Well,
we've got these, and I have a Discord now if you want to join.
well, that's nice.
Sweet.
If you want another real or digital, let us know.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
See, Scott, welcome back.
Hey guys, been a while. I got busy because we built all the stuff, all of the hardware, the fixtures, furniture, pocket walls, you name it, for the Apple WWDC that's going on this week. That was a 6-week death march because it was 12-hour days, 7
Yeah, I
days
was
a
going
week.
to say, no pressure.
It was pretty, you know, Apple always loves to, like, give you not enough time, but we got it done. You know, it's going. Very minimal issues with the crew setting stuff up out there. But I'm back. I've been thinking about a lot of stuff. I got that M4 Metro. I'm going to try and devise. I don't have anything ready yet, but I want to devise an all CircuitPython control system for the 8-voice CroBX that I've been working on, because I wanted to make it something easily configurable by other people building it. Maybe they want a different key assigner order, maybe they want a different patch manager, you know, which knob controls which parameter. I want to give them a little bit of flexibility in that. So as usual, I'm going to start with a slightly larger module than the one that I sent up to have somebody up there fool around with. It had 3 knobs and a display. I need one with like 16 knobs and 20 jacks and whatnot. It'll be fairly big, but more on that when I get around to it. But in general, I've also been writing my endless Python program that does media presentation for some of the fixtures we build. So that's it. It sounds like not a lot, but you'd have to be there seeing all the physical work.
Yeah, only an Apple can.
Only an Apple. I know Scott just merged in rotary IO, rotary encoder support into CircuitPython. So you might want to use that for your interface, because that's nice. You can, the rotary encoders are managed in the background for you. So you don't have to do, there's no timers required on your side. So that can be kind of nice for an interface board. It's always, rotary encoders are always really sweet for interfaces, but so hard to implement that a lot of people skip them unless they are making a final product.
Well, they're nice and noise immune. I'll give them that. So, you know, once you get those going, you have a nice rock stable setup. If you can get, like, you know, I would need like 30 of them. So if I can get them for like less than $100 for 30 of them, then we're talking.
That's a lot of pins. I don't know if we have that many pins.
Yeah, but well, I mean, we can multiplex a lot of them because I just have I used to do it where you had a multiplexer throw out a pin change. If it felt any of them moving, then it would quickly scan them and see which ones are moving, because usually I could pick it up faster than you could turn it.
Yeah.
But this is old stuff. I'd have to go dig it up. But I'm going to start with pots, maybe move some of them to, I mean, I might have a data encoder to select menu items or something, but you know, the classic settings will probably just be good old voltage inputs. I'll put a bunch of multiplexers off the AD, and I haven't yet, but I will try working with my favorite little DAC, the CS4334, hung on the I2S port, because that's the one that needs the 4 wires, because the modulator clock drives the there's a nice 4 times oversampling digital filter built into the DAC that does all of your anti-aliasing for you.
We exposed M-Clock on the M4, I think, right?
Yeah. I'm going to use the I just need to make sure that that's the same SIRCOM that does like one of the serial ports. I just need to make sure I can get away with getting like an asynchronous serial at least input and the 4 signals of I2S coming out of those pins. I'll look into it, but I know which pins they are. I just need to see what can be done.
Yeah, there's a lot of pins available. I'm sure you'll be fine. There's a lot of circoms, like 6 circoms, and we scattered them all over. So
I read the documentation on configuration of this thing. Man, whatever happened to, like, here's your receiver register, here's your transmitter register, here's the bit you look for data, here's the bit you look for to see if it's clear to transmit, and you're done. Now you've got like these 3 pages of code that you have to like wait and have it synchronized with other clocks in the system. I mean, it's gotten out of my. It's a single person can't possibly understand these things anymore.
No, that's why frameworks. I can show off the Feather M4. Okay.
You want to show something?
Yeah, I can show.
Okay, Lady is going to show something.
I got stuff. It's good timing.
Oh yeah.
I got the Feather M4. This is J19 because the G19 didn't have I2S, and I knew you'd be really upset if it didn't have I2S. So I got the M clock out. There's another pin here, but we have I2S out for that. I also got the 2 data pins because I know you mentioned.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You see them. Yeah, that's excellent. Most excellent.
Most excellent. SW.
I can directly use that. I just need to grab when you have the engineering files out. I'll grab them for the.
Yeah, I think this is the final one. I have to go through and test them against all the feathers, but I had to redo this because I did it all on the G19. And I was like, we're done, and then Dean and Scott were like, I2S isn't available on the 48 QFN. And I was like, why wouldn't they do that? The pins are there, but the I2S peripheral is not there. I don't know if there's some sort of like upcharge thing where it's like, oh, we cut off the register so you pay more to get the. It makes no sense whatsoever because the buy is the same.
Which one is it? That's the J that doesn't bring that out, and I'm like
the G doesn't. The G is 48, and this is the 64. So I had to like squeeze. I basically had to, sadly, the trade-off is I had to upgrade to Eagle 9 because I couldn't route it. It was just taking so long, and then Eagle 9 has automatic DRC routing, so I could get all the lines squozing in. So that was the only thing I had to do was pay for the upgrade. But I got QFN flash, lots of pins. We have the 8-bit PCC, which is the parallel capture. You're not going to use it, but I thought it was cool. You do camera input and stuff. Mm. But all the ADC, as much as I could expose basically I2S, ADC, lots of circoms. And yeah, it's fast and furious. And that's prototype I just got together like yesterday.
You could almost, you get the files done. I could like take that little proto area and throw a DAC on there.
Yay, little DAC. Yeah, a little small mini DAC. You could have a little 8-pin breakout. You could do that, or just magnet wire and SOIC. Or put a thing in there. But yeah, this is the next generation. I'll send you the schematic. You can take a look at it. Let me know if there's anything that I should change before I manufacture.
No, I think you've covered all the bases here. We can do some pretty good stuff with this one.
Okay, cool.
But I'll as soon as you have like one of them, I can like test.
Yeah.
Please let me know.
This is the only one I've got right now, but
but when you have like in a beta phase where like you did where you were selling the M4 Metros.
Yeah, these are going to go straight into the store. That beta phase is over. I wasn't, we were still figuring stuff out, but now it's pretty solid. So it's going to go, it's not going to be beta. I'm going to toss them in.
Still works pretty well. I mean, I haven't had any trouble with it. I threw the beta Circuit Playground 3.0 on there, and I was showing guys at work, like, look, you don't have to compile or assemble anything anymore. You don't have to flash. Back in the day, you had a big UV box.
Right, and you have to put your chips in it. You would have 3 chips, and you would just grab one, and you'd have to rotate them because it takes 10 minutes. You have to really think about your code.
We figured out that you can really do some of them in like 3 minutes, but some are better than others. Some of them you could wipe them in like 90 seconds, and we kept those close at hand because that cut down on your development time, because you run it and you find out like this digit's upside down or something, or if you press your cursor button and it's going in the wrong direction. Many thousands of iterations of, people just don't get the erased right test for many hundreds and thousands of iterations. I've worn out sockets doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have it so easy today, but you pay for it. But I say that, but the interfacing is easy. The development window, the loop that I was talking about, is much quicker. But you pay for it with those 3 pages with initial.
That's right. We'll bring it back. It's basically like, yeah, it isn't just one register anymore. It's a whole framework. All right, okay. I think that's it.
Well, that's the show and tell this week. Taking out a question. I have an answer for this. So we're doing a new thing with the camera. So I think I'll be able to bring in a countdown clock for show and tell. I'm going to try that out soon. I was going to try to make a Hangout toolbox thing, but I don't think Google's going to keep Hangouts forever. So I didn't want to make a thing that wouldn't work eventually. So I can have it on screen. So I'm going to try that. So
right. Yeah. I mean, doing an app in Hangouts is not difficult once you get your account verified for development. Yeah, it's verified. The Hangout toolbox that we used to be able to put overlays, it stopped working. And when we emailed, it said it's not supported. So I was just nervous. But I think I can do it. I can do it on the video feed itself. Should right.
work. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Maybe. But if you get something working, let us know.
All right. Cool.
Okay. All right. Thank you,
Thanks,
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Felipe. Thank you, Noah, Pedro. Thank you, C. Scott. We're here every single week. Show until 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. is going to be DigiKey. They're going to be in Discord, and we're going to do a little live video. So stop by 8 p.m.
Yeah, come by.
If you're a DigiKey fan. And that's Show and Tell. Ask an Engineer starts in 8 minutes.
Thank you, everybody.
See you next week, everybody.
See you next time, guys. Off I go.